All right, welcome back. Today we're going for a ride in the Murcielago LP640. Come on. All right, welcome back to the channel. So we have one of my favorite cars. No, it's not the newest technology. It may not be the fastest car anywhere. I know you've probably seen another episode of me racing one of these around the track. But what we got today, well, first off, it's my friend Manoj. Wave hi.
Hi.
Maybe one day we'll do an episode on how he got to the point where this isn't his first Lambo at all. But today's more of a test drive kind of thing. But actually, forget me talking about it. Can you tell us about your car?
Well, it's a 2008 LP640 Lamborghini Murcielago. Probably, as I've said to many people, including Chris, probably a car I shouldn't own. I think you probably should have a lot more money than I have to own something like this. They're very, really maintenance heavy, and I drive it sparingly because I've always worried about something happening. And it's really expensive to repair. But you know, as my friend Oren says, I'm more of a car investor than a car guy because I like owning it. And I'm careful what I buy.
He always makes money with his cars. He always picks the right ones. This isn't his first Murcielago either. So it's...
Actually, I was getting out of Murcielagos because...
Getting out, yeah.
Because the roof is a pain in the neck. Then I sold one, and I...
How long was it between your last one and this one?
Oh, months.
It was months?
Between the buy and the sell?
Between the sell of the old one and having this one.
Oh, months, yeah.
Yeah, it was the same year, and I was like, I thought you were getting out of it. And he's like, no. I think he bought 2 or 3 little cars in between and then showed up one day.
I'm always looking. If I feel like I can get a deal on something, then I'll buy it.
But that's the basis of all investing.
Yeah.
You know your market. You wait for the right price. You don't impulse buy. You do impulse buy. But at least you have the right factors when you impulse buy. So that's really cool. So something I'm sure everybody's asking because there's decals all over the car. Horsepower for hope. Please explain it, because for me, it's based on funding for kids with cancer, which you know is very dear to me. But I'm gonna throw it back to you. What is Horsepower for Hope?
So Horsepower for Hope is an event that commenced about 4 years ago. It's been running for 4 years. It's an event. A few of us started. In the last year, I wasn't very involved, but I was involved at the inception, and. You know, it's a group of guys that came together and raised money for Kids with Cancer Society. Kids with Cancer Society lost funding from another large event, and we went to them and said, listen, we can hold an event. We don't know how much we'll raise. We were thinking we might raise 10, 20 grand. First year 87, second year 250, third year 550, this year close to 550. So it's very big numbers, and we're very proud of the fact that we run next to zero overhead. You know, we're talking about 1-2%. Some years zero.
So none of that 80-85% goes to administration. No. Like 98.5% is going to the charity.
Yeah, I mean, I was involved in the beginning. I had my own personal things going on, so I wasn't that involved this last year. I hope to be more involved in the future. But there's a group of people that came together, and I call them kids. You know, they're early 20s to early 30s, and you know, they're really a huge part of the success. Also, you know, I have to say something about Don. I mean, Don was on the board, and Don's
the man.
Don is the guy. Right? So he's you know, the driving force behind a lot of it, and he's really, really good at getting people organized and driven. Yeah. So.
Literally driven.
Yeah, exactly. So it's car-based charity. We hold an event every year. I keep saying we, but I didn't do much this year. But you know, they're you know, it's a great event. It's a great cause. Edmonton Police Service, thank you very much. All of our big sponsors. The church on, I think it's 99. There's just some great sponsors, some great people. I could give you a long list, but you know who you are, and everyone, especially Kids with Cancer Society, is of course really grateful.
Right on. Well. Let's get in the car and go for a test drive. Right on, brother. All right, let's go for a drive. Ooh, this is comfortable to get into. Oh yeah. Close that.
Just the drive over. It's not
Yeah.
close to it. It's not close to it.
Apparently I don't know how to do this right. Give it there we go. Gotta man it up. Just take you on a quick little drive here. Back there is where the magic of Lamborghini happens. That noise is what people pay ridiculous sums for. So it's got all the carbon accents, being an LP car. Beautiful orange interior. Roll in the back of the seat rest. It's nice having great friends. It's what day is today? Friday? Friday. It's Friday. So
It's every day.
yeah, this is every day for us. It's kind of one of those things that we like to promote on the channel. It's not bragging, it's not showing off. It's just a completely different lifestyle where your money, there goes another friend in the opposite direction, didn't make it in time for the shoot. He'll turn around and join us later probably, who knows. But yeah, what all I was getting at is this isn't a flex, this isn't a brag. When you change your mindset on how to acquire wealth, independence, financial independence, you realize your time isn't owned by somebody else, where you show up at 8 or 9, they pay you for 8 hours, you go home, and then you got 16 hours of just lifeless action. You need to change your mindset, so every moment of every day, somewhere, even in small increments, your money grows, and you can only do that by investing. So, you know, you can always follow along. We always are happy to show you what our investments look like. Well, that was fun. All I was really saying was, if you want this type of lifestyle, you don't have to own the cars, you don't have to have the big houses, but the important thing is the independence that comes with getting your mindset shifted so money comes in without having to trade time for it. We were just actually having a discussion, someone we knew, they had retired recently in the last 2 years. The husband retired, the wife retired a year ago, and he recently passed away. Retirement is great, but if you're only getting a small fraction of your life to enjoy after you put in all that time, that's not a life. That's not winning. The goal is to be independent and free as early as possible. It doesn't mean you stop working, but you own the time the moment you get up to when you decide to go to bed. And then you can decide what you're going to dream about, you know, all that kind of good stuff. I'm not going to go on to the rant like usual. Just enjoy the drive. So it's a good thing gas is so cheap right now. He's being very nice, giving you some sound bites, but yeah, I think a car like this probably costs you $5 every time you blip the throttle. But hey, sometimes you gotta pay to play. And as you can see by the weather, we're getting into the fall. There's not gonna be a lot more time to enjoy things like this. So I know for him, he's gonna be screwing off to somewhere else in the world. Yeah, he likes going places warm when it's not so warm here. He's very fortunate. Realistically, how many times a year are you leaving Canada?
I don't know. 6, 7 times.
6, 7 times, yeah. So if you think I travel a lot, yeah. But again, he's put in his time. There's no point getting jealous. There's no point having animosity towards people that are doing things like that, because they've put in their years, they put in their time, they've had their hustles, they've made their climbs, all that kind of stuff, and then you're supposed to enjoy it while you're healthy enough to do that. So again, you're always going to hear us preaching the same thing. It doesn't change day by day. It's always the same thing. Make sure you're living your life. Put that hustle in when you're young, because you shouldn't be doing it at our ages. You should just be enjoying life. It doesn't mean you can't still take up new hobbies, new fun stuff, but do it because you want to, not because you have to. So, all right, this is going to conclude the drive. Hope you guys liked this episode, and we'll be back at you with, I'm not sure what car we're going to do next, but it'll be a gooder. I'm out.